Lola got the shock of her life when she saw a wedding photo of her ex-boyfriend with her close friend. She just stared, long, still, as if her brain refused to translate what her eyes were seeing. Her ex-boyfriend,
He
the
looked at
man
me
she
like
once
he knew
loved so
something I prayed would
deeply,
never
she almost lost
surface.
herself. Standing beside Tomiwa, her best friend. Not just standing, smiling, wearing matching wedding rings. The caption read, "Forever begins today." Lola's fingers trembled as she dropped her phone on the chair. Her chest tightened, not with heartbreak, but with something colder, something heavier. This wasn't normal. Tomiwa knew everything. She knew how Lola cried after the breakup. She knew how Lola still flinched when she heard his name. She knew Lola once said, "If he ever marries someone close to me, I'll die." And yet, here they were. The breakup had been messy, but not dramatic. Just quiet pain and distance. Her ex, Emeka, had walked away calmly. Too calmly. She remembered how he looked at her that last day. Like he was seeing through her. Like he knew something
He
she
looked
prayed
at me
would
like
never
he knew
surface.
something I prayed would
She
never
brushed it off then.
surface.
She thought it was guilt playing tricks on her mind. Now, she wasn't so sure. Tomiwa called her that evening. "Babe, I wanted you to hear it from me first," she said, voice sugary and fake. "I'm married now to Emeka." Lola forced a laugh. "Wow, congratulations. That's unexpected." "Unexpected? You guys are history. It's been years, and he's such a good man. I didn't want you to feel weird." Weird. That was a small word for a big betrayal. Lola hung up and sat in silence for a long time. Then she started remembering things. The strange questions Emeka once asked. The night he said, "If someone you love betrayed you badly, what would you do?" The way he watched her face when she lied and said, "I would forgive and forget." She had betrayed him, but she thought he never found out. She thought burying the truth was enough. A week later, Lola ran into Emeka at a charity event. He looked different, calmer, colder, richer. He smiled when he saw her, not a warm smile, a calculated one. "So, you've met my wife," he said. Lola swallowed. "Yes, congratulations." "Thank you. Funny how life works, right? The people we trust the most end up being the closest to our future." His words sounded harmless, but something in his eyes wasn't. Later that night, she received an anonymous message. "You thought I never knew. You thought you got away with it. Now I'm in your circle, your safe place, your best friend's bed, and I'm just getting started." Her hands shook as she typed, "Who is this?" A second message dropped. "A man you destroyed once. Now it's your turn." Her heart dropped. He knew. He knew she had once leaked his confidential business idea to a rival company. He knew she had chosen money over love. He knew everything. And now he had married her best friend, not for love, but for access, for revenge. To stay close enough to slowly pull every thread of her life apart. The next morning, Tomiwa posted a picture with Lola's boss, tagging her workplace. "Dinner with my husband's new business partners," she wrote. Lola froze. New business partners? Her company? Then her phone rang. Her boss's voice was tense. "Lola, there are some concerns about your past dealings. We need to talk." Her stomach twisted. This wasn't coincidence. This was strategy. This was war. That night, Lola looked at her reflection and whispered, "I thought you would never find out, but now you have." She smiled slowly. "To be honest, you married the wrong woman for revenge." She opened her laptop and began typing messages, making calls, digging into secrets she once ignored. Emeka had secrets too, and Tomiwa, sweet Tomiwa, had no idea she was just a pawn in a game that would soon turn bloody. What happened next is what Emeka and Tomiwa never imagined. Lola didn't sleep that night. Her apartment felt tight, like the air itself was watching her. Every little sound felt loaded. By sunrise, she was already working. Quiet calls, anonymous emails, old contacts she swore she would never speak to again, shady business leads she once ignored. Emeka thought he was the hunter. He had no idea Lola was learning how to become a predator. Her first move was quiet. Too quiet. That morning, a package arrived at Tomiwa's office. Inside was a thick folder. Photos, emails, receipts, proof of a dirty deal Tomiwa had buried deep. The kind of scandal that destroys careers in hours. A single note sat on top. "Some friends are dangerous, others are useful. Choose wisely." Tomiwa panicked. She called Emeka again and again, no answer. When he finally picked, her voice was shaking. Lola didn't need to hear the conversation. She already knew what it would sound like. doubt. By noon, Lola received a message from an unknown number. Meet me at the rooftop bar at Crescent Towers, alone. You'll need me. Her heart beat faster, but not from fear, from curiosity. She went. He was tall, calm, the kind of man whose eyes missed nothing. I know what he's planning, he said. Emeka married her for control, but he's careless. That's your advantage. You want revenge? I can help. Lola studied him. Why help me? He smiled, sharp and slow. Because he betrayed me too. The alliance formed that night was dangerous. In the days that followed, chaos bloomed everywhere Lola stepped. She sabotaged Emeka's biggest business meeting by leaking false reports. Investors started asking questions. Deals paused. Suspicion spread. Tomiwa's past began surfacing online. Old relationships, hidden debts, secrets she thought were buried. Even her assistants began looking at her differently, unsure of what was true anymore. Everywhere Lola moved, something cracked. But Emeka was not stupid. One night, Lola came home to find her apartment broken into. Nothing was taken. Only an envelope placed neatly on her pillow. Inside was a photo of her, taken that very morning, leaving Crescent Towers. On the back were 5 words. I know what you're doing. Her chest tightened. This was no longer a game of clever moves. It was a war. Then the real betrayal hit. The mysterious man. He wasn't just an ally. He was Emeka's puppet. By the time Lola discovered the truth, her phone was compromised, her emails hacked, her financial accounts frozen. Everything she built to fight back was collapsing at once. For a moment, she felt it, the panic. Then she smiled. She had expected betrayal. She had prepared for it. Years ago, Lola had kept something hidden, a secret powerful enough to destroy Emeka if it ever surfaced, something he never thought she would dare to use. Now, she was ready. She began turning everything against him, the lies, the scandals, even Tomiwa, because revenge was not just about hurting someone, it was about making them afraid. That night, from a burner account, Lola posted a single tweet. Some games are meant to be finished. The players just don't know the rules yet. Within hours, Emeka's reputation began to crack. Investors pulled back. Rumors spread. Tomiwa's name trended for all the wrong reasons. Phones rang non-stop. Accusations flew. And while they scrambled to understand what was happening, Lola sat in the dark, calm, calculating. They thought she was reacting. They didn't realize she had been planning for years. And this time, she was not the pawn. She was the storm. The city never slept, but that night, it felt quiet, like it was waiting for something terrible to happen. Lola stood on her penthouse balcony, watching everything fall apart exactly the way she planned. Emeka's business empire was collapsing. Tomiwa's reputation was burning online, and the man Lola once trusted had disappeared. Or so everyone thought. But Lola wasn't finished. She arranged a meeting with Emeka at the old warehouse where they once planned their future together. Rusty walls, rain smell, broken dreams. Emeka smiled like he still had control. Lola simply told him she knew everything. His secret deals, his betrayal in their startup, the lies he sold to investors. And she had already used every secret against him. For a second, Emeka tried to scare her. He said he knew her weaknesses too. But Lola had something he never expected. Her secret weapon. While they argued, Tomiwa was already drowning in scandal. Lola had exposed her fake contracts, hidden debts, and family secrets. Friends abandoned her, investors ran, even her family stopped picking her calls. Lola had pre-recorded every evidence and released them slowly, like poison. Back in the warehouse, Emeka finally snapped. Lola projected proof of all his crimes onto the wall. Emails, deals, bribes, everything. His empire collapsed in silence. Then Tomiwa arrived screaming, demanding answers, and Lola revealed the truth. Emeka never loved Tomiwa. He married her for revenge and control. Everything they built was a lie. Then came the final twist. The mysterious man who betrayed Lola wasn't truly on Emeka's side. Lola had played him too. He stepped out from the shadows, ready to testify against Emeka. Every betrayal they gave Lola, she turned into ammunition. By morning, Lola walked away smiling. Emeka lost his empire, Tomiwa lost her name, and the city whispered Lola's name with fear and respect. She finally had revenge, she had justice, and she knew this was only the beginning.